Hi, everyone. My name is Anna Martha Ayala, and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I try to teach you all the degree theory by the late Nikola Stojanovic. So, in this video, I'm departing a little bit from that because I had a friend of mine that asked me to do a video on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. So I don't know how he found out, but he knows um, Taylor Swift's time of birth. I do not have Travis's time of birth. So what I wanted to do is just show you guys how to read somewhat a synastry chart, right? So you could see how or why these two get together or have gotten together. Now, one of the things that I wanted to tell you guys is that astrology cannot determine the outcome of a relationship. It can tell you how you met. It can tell you what your pluses and minuses are, like, if there's an issue with communication. It can tell you about the chemistry or confirm the chemistry. It can tell you if it's going to be a long-lasting relationship. However, for that to be determined, you do need the birth time of both people. So this analysis is somewhat limited because I only have a one-sided complete chart. But anyway, I thought, my friend was like, "Oh, can you do this, please?" And I'm like, "Okay, all right, I'll try." So, I wanted to share the screen. Oh, and another thing, I don't follow movie stars' lives or singers or stuff like that. I never have had the time nor the interest really. I have enough with my life to, follow whoever's out there doing whatever. However, my daughter, when she was young, she was all into Taylor Swift. And I think she's a very talented young lady. And I do like her songs. I do like her music. So let's see what the astrology says about this union. So I'm hoping that you guys can follow along and I can explain. I'm going to teach you a little bit about astrology here. This is Taylor Swift's birth chart. She was born December 13th, 1989 at 5:17 a.m. in West Reading, Pennsylvania. And this time is according to a friend of mine. I don't know how he got the time, but I will go with that. Um, so she is a Sag sun, and the sun is in the first house. She is a Cancer moon, and the moon is in the eighth house. She is a Scorpio rising at the degree of Aries. And on top of that, she has Aries in the first house. So this means that she's a very driven person. She is always active, 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 active. So, um, now for someone to have to be a multimillionaire, there has to be an aspect between Pluto and Jupiter. And here you go, Pluto and Jupiter. Now it's a trine, which is the most favorable aspect in astrology. And we all know that she is very well off, but she's also a very kind person. I've heard of her feeding her fans pizza while they wait for hours to get into her concerts and stuff. So that's why I think she's a nice person. Um, I got that information from my daughter years ago. I don't know if she still does it or not, but that's as much as I know about Taylor. Now, she has a stellium of planets in the second house. The second house is the money that we make from the job that we do. And she has here, you can see down here, she has one, two, three, 4 planets in Capricorn. So she has a stellium of 5 planets in the second house, and she has a stellium of 4 planets in Capricorn. Now, being in the Capricorn, that means that she works a lot. She puts in the long hours. She's, she has Saturn in the second house, so she's saving money as well, from all the money that she makes. And she has Venus in the second house. So, I mean, what can I say? The girl was gifted with talent and money because also the second house is also the house of talents, right? The second house is the money that you make from the job that you do. It's the type of food that you eat. It's also what you value, your assets, and any your confidence. I mean, the second house has a lot of different meanings. So now I wanted to go to Travis's chart, which, like I said, let me move this. I don't have his time of birth, but this is Travis. And Travis is a Libra sun and a Sag moon. Remember that Taylor has her sun in Sag. And so, and he has Mars in Libra, which, remember Mars is the ruler of Aries. So Mars in Libra is not a very good placement, but, you know, we'll discuss how the combination, right? Now, let me bring up the synastry chart. Oh, well, for him, he has a Venus in Scorpio, Pluto in Scorpio. And because I'm looking at the personal planets more so, the generational planets, it is what it is, right? He has Jupiter in Cancer, and so does she. So they both have Jupiter exalted in Cancer. Now, let's look at their combined charts. So this is synastry. This is a chart that you can pull up on astro.com, and it's a synastry between two people. Now, she will be on the inner circle in blue, and he will be on the outer circle in red. Now, like I said, I don't have his birth time, so this is just a very like 10,000 feet type of view reading. If I did, then we would see, all these little lines, which are the houses in this outer circle. But, we do what we can with what we have. Now, the chart down here tells you, again, this is Taylor, and then this is Travis. Number one, he has Venus in Scorpio. She has Mars in Scorpio. So this is a very fiery combination. The chemistry is off the charts because their Venus and Mars are only 4 minutes apart. And you can tell her Mars, the man that she's looking for, she wants somebody sexy, Scorpio. 26 degrees, 41 minutes. And he has his Venus in 26 degrees, 37 minutes, also in Scorpio. So he's looking for somebody sexy as well. Okay. And on top of that, his Venus here, 26 degrees, 37 minutes, is about a degree away from her rising sign, her ascendant. So that's also very, very powerful. Now, when planets are so close like that, that is called a conjunction. And conjunctions can be good or they can be bad. It depends on the planets that are combined. If you have Saturn combined in conjunction with Mars, that's not good. If you have Jupiter um, combined with Venus, that's a very good conjunction. Or you have Jupiter with the sun or the moon, Mercury, or Venus with any of your personal planets. Those tend to be good conjunctions. So Travis is a Libra sun right here. And uh, Taylor's ascendant is Scorpio at 25 degrees, which is the degree of Aries. Now, believe it or not, when you have the relationship axis, you have Aries in the first house and Libra in the seventh house. That is a relationship axis, right? It's the opposite sign, just like Taurus rising with Scorpio, Gemini with Sagittarius, Cancer with Capricorn, Leo with Aquarius, and Virgo with Pisces. Those are the relationship axis. So she has Scorpio at the 25th degree, which is the degree of Aries, and he is a Libra sun. Again, I don't know his time of birth, so I don't know what house this falls into, but it's, this is good. In For astrology to show that the relationship can be marriage material. You find a lot of times you have the sun and the moon in the same house, or the same sign, I should say, not the same house, the same sign. So she has a Sag sun and he has a Sag moon. So this combination or this couple can be marriage material. And also his sun is in Libra and her sun is in Sag. So they're in sextile, okay, because you have air with fire. So they have a good understanding. This is also a good aspect to have in a relationship. Now, Taylor's moon is in Cancer here, and Travis's Jupiter is in Cancer, which is also an excellent combination because he understands her emotional nature. Remember that the moon is your emotions, right? And then they both have Jupiter exalted in Cancer. So this is the type of couple that obviously they're famous, right? Everybody knows them and whatever, but they can also um, be home together and have a nice home cooked meal as well because Cancer always likes the home environment. Um, And in a lot of cases, Jupiter is also the significator of the husband, just so you all know. Um, and the moon is the significator of the wife's emotion and career. So the moon in Cancer she's a very public um, figure because the moon rules the population of a country in mundane astrology. So she has a very public persona. And so this is also another indicator that the relationship can work in marriage material. And finally, the Saturns are in the same sign. They both have Saturn in Capricorn because they're like months apart from her. I mean, he's older than her by a couple of months. So they both have Saturn conjunct. And Saturn is what rules a relation, but not rules, it's the glue that holds a relationship together. So um Now, with Travis, he has three planets in Capricorn, so he has like a mini stellium because a stellium is three planets or more. But as long as they remember that it's not all work, 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 right? That you do have to have some fun time and not just work. I think that this relationship will work. I think that they may end up getting married. Like I said, astrology cannot determine the outcome of a relationship, but it can certainly, there's a lot of, when you compare both charts, there are a lot of significators of marriage. If we knew what his rising sign was, then we would know for sure. And then the other thing, I also looked up their vertices. So let me go back. And this is another thing that is present in marriages, the vertex. But I only have it for her. I don't have it for him because I don't know the time of birth. Um, that it is the nodes are going to be in the same sign because they're only 2 months apart. But anyhow, I do think that this relationship for Taylor is going to work out because, in addition, let me stop sharing. In addition to everything that I pointed out, um, she has been through a lot of relationships, and when you have anybody that's a Libra, either a Libra sun or a Libra rising, their whole purpose of being here is to find a partner, to get married. That is what the goal is. So I think he is willing to basically do whatever it takes to make her happy. And I hope that she will realize that he is a good quality person, at least from what I saw. And I wish them the best. I hope that it works out for them for their greatest good. And so, anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you all. And I hope that this has been like a mini lesson in synastry. Again, the ideal thing is when you have both times of birth, but like I said, we do what we can with what we have. So, anyway, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel and share this video with somebody who might be interested in learning astrology, or at least maybe just interested in what's going to be happening with Taylor and Travis, or at least what the relationship is all about. Definitely the chemistry is there. Very, very hot and fiery combination. But there are also other factors. Anybody that has been in a marriage or just a relationship, you know that sex is not the only thing that holds a relationship together. It's the emotional understanding, it is the communication, it is the honesty of, two people trying to become one. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you would like a personal chart reading with me, please send me an email to amaastrology@aol.com. And I will be doing the video on where to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend next week. All right, take care.